Hello, everybody. My name is Luke Marr, and this is Hotla Mode. And today on Hotla Mode, we're getting into a little prep for the 2025 VMAs by looking back at the 2015 VMAs. Because I realized I never actually did a 2015 VMAs video when I started Hotla Mode. And so I feel like we should revisit that. And I was looking at some of those old pictures, just prepping this video, and ooh, a doozy. But with that, let's get started. First up, we have Britney Spears. Honestly, she's wearing Le Bourgeoisie. Crazy spelling of Le Bourgeoisie. I don't know if that brand is still around. Honestly, as far as Britney goes, I don't really mind this. I think that this kind of works. I think it's sexy and fun and cute and quaint. I think that all the cutouts are actually kind of nice, like the belly button cutout. I think the side cutouts. And also, the thing that was kind of wonderful about it is the sheer detailing that's obviously over the belly button and the sides. It blends in with the skin tone. I at first thought, oh, it's just hanging out. It's not just hanging out. I think that the gold and the silver sort of clashing and playing into each other is quite sweet. Something about it reminds me of like cheerleader uniform, but again, I think for Britney Spears, that's okay. That's fine. That works. Like, I'm not offended by it. Next up, we have Brooklyn Beckham, who is wearing Ralph Lauren. I'm having a really hard time seeing how this is Ralph. And I know that Ralph sort of does like play into the zeitgeist of the time to a degree. There's just something about this that I'm having trouble seeing. Here's the thing. This is a very quintessential red carpet young man 2010s. It's that t-shirt, the blazer being sort of like really rolled up in the sleeve area, the t-shirt also not being tucked in, the black pant, wearing the sneaker. I can't really fault it. Like, I hate it now. Looking back at it, I'm like, oh, that was terrible. And I never dressed like that, thank God. Although the way that I dressed, not great either. But it was kind of its time. And so, as a cultural artifact of the era, fine, I see it. It was trying something different in terms of menswear. It was when menswear really, to a degree, was becoming more casual. It's interesting, but it's still ugly. Next up, we have Cara Delevingne. She's wearing Saint Laurent, which I also think is really fantastic because this was Cara Delevingne in her model era still, but then also was starting to branch out as an actress, also as like a celebrity. And I think that this star fringe style is actually like kind of quintessential Eddie. It's black, it's silvery, it's sparkly, there's stars on it. He loves stars. You look back at his Saint Laurent, there were so many stars on things. It's not my favorite dress ever, by far, but again, I can look at it as a moment in time. I would have preferred a little Karl Lagerfeld for Chanel moment from Cara. Now, before we get any further into the video, I want to say a huge shout out to today's sponsor, who is Uber Eats. I'm so excited about this one. I love Uber Eats. As somebody that lives in New York, ordering in is a cultural pastime. And Uber Eats makes the ordering in process both super easy and really exploratory. I've been using Uber Eats since at least 2019, and the landscape of Uber Eats is really great because it's filled with both big and smaller names. So I can always order a beautiful fast food burger, but at the same time, I can order from one of the cool local joints that are in and around New York. Uber Eats is essentially ordering your favorite foods, having a courier pick them up, and then drop them off to you, all while being able to see the progress of this order within the app. The other cool thing is certain restaurants that are either tourist attractions but really delicious or really tough to get reservations are also on the app. So I don't have to leave my house to go and get them. The other thing that I really love doing is picking food up. For every time that I order out delivery, I also will do like a little pickup in between. It's great because whether the weather is super nice or I want to save a little bit of money, I can go pick up the food, I can enjoy it, I can walk back, I can feel really good about myself for having picked up my dinner. And speaking of saving money, the fact that you can also see what restaurants are having deals or specials is also kind of cool and helps me to decide what I'm going to do for dinner too. So discover new deals every day and order from hundreds of restaurants on Uber Eats. So check the link in the description box below or use my code HOT15 to get $15 off your first purchase with a minimum basket of 20 bucks. So listen, I'm going to get back to the roasting now, but understand that I live, laugh, love Uber Eats. Next up, we have Ciara, who is wearing Alexandre Vautier, and honestly, again, it's crazy because you're looking at stuff from 10 years ago, but I think it's cute. I think I would have been okay with it, I guess. It's a little long in the fringe department, but what I do quite like is that idea and continuity of the strips that are sort of bandagey in a way with the gold sort of holders or holsters or appliques or whatever they are that both sit on the sides and as well as come in at the neck area. I would go without maybe the full fringe to that length, maybe a little shorter, but besides that, I think it's cool, and honestly, I kind of love the matching shoe. I think that's fun. Next up, we have Demi Lovato, who is wearing Nicholas Jabran, and you know what? I like the dress concept and technique. I think that this mosaic style in pink is really lovely and really cool. I think maybe it's just the cocktail length that's throwing me off. Had it been longer, I would have been like, oh, wait, chic, really sweet, really cool. I think there's something about it that as soon as he hit that cocktail bandage, fitted bodycon thing, just kind of looks cheap and tacky. Next up, we have Emily Ratajkowski, who is wearing Altuzara. It's this sequin, bugle beaded motif dress and a thigh-high boot, and I forgot how much we loved thigh-high boots back then. I think the dress is like whatever. I think the boots are funny to look at, but all in all, it's a little clunky. The slit doesn't work. I think that the embellishments of the sequins is nice, but besides that, I'm not slipping. Next up, we have FKA Twigs, who is wearing Atelier Versace, and she looks so different now. It's like kind of crazy to be like, oh, that's Twigs. I like this. I actually think this is quite sweet and quite nice. Now I know you're gonna say, Luke, it's a corset with a sheer dress and like a black sequined panty, but I like it. Okay, don't be upset with me. I think it's fun. I actually think it's kind of like a nice reminiscent of that sexy, really bearing it all Versace-esqueness. I don't mind the sheer corset, and I feel like again the exposure of the boning in the corset maybe a little ahead of its time. I feel like Casey Cadwallader was the person that really got the like love for that, and so this is cool. This is chic. This is interesting. And to me, I think that cowl neck really is lovely. I think it's sweet. I think that the seams that are covered with the feathers is also kind of cool in the skirt area. It's meant to be sexy and showing it, and it's doing that. And I don't think it actually looks trashy at all. I'll be completely honest. I think that it looks quite good, tasteful, but still quite sheer. But to be fair, who knew that 10 years later, we would have been watching people's hoo-has fall out of dresses on purpose. Next up, we have Gigi Hadid. She's wearing Amelia Wickstead. I think that the dress is bad. I do. I think that the bodysuit with the dress overlay over is like actually horrendous, and I'm shocked that this is an Amelia Wickstead experience because I think of Amelia Wickstead as so royal family, prim and proper. The texture of the dress also tough. The shoe tough. And I never ever talk about anybody's anything, but it's a young Gigi Hadid, but it's a crazy makeup Gigi Hadid. I think that the spray tan I can't take myself out of. And again, I know that was of the moment. Jersey Shore corrupted the youth in more ways than one, but this is particularly tough to see. I don't know what's fighting for your attention harder here. It's the spray tan or the yellow of that dress, or the bodysuit that really wants you to know it's there. Vote in the comments, I guess. I don't know. This is a tough one. Next up, we have Haley Steinfeld. She's wearing Stella McCartney. The jumpsuit thing is fine. I think that it's the cover capelet thing that also like bandages your shoulders to your body, and so you're kind of like, wait. That's where it gets a little weird and uncomfortable to look at. But again, I feel like product of the time. I feel like this is like a Givenchy nod. But again, that jumpsuit could really look so much worse than it does, and so I'm kind of okay with it. Does she look a little bit like a Q-tip? Yes. Did she really need the gold choker? Absolutely not. You were already doing a lot up here to begin with, so this is crazy. Next up, we have Justin Bieber, who is wearing a full Saint Laurent outfit, and again, the hair is so crazy. But not my clown, not my circus. The Saint Laurent look, very Saint Laurent. That sort of twee. I don't want to, like, men could be twee, right? Yeah, this to me is very Tumblr core. It's the printed shirt with the leather jacket, then the ripped jeans, and the little sort of suede Chelsea cowboy-ish, but not really boot. It's really, again, a product of its time. It always looks different on real people compared to like the Eddie Slimane runway, but he's pulling it off for the time. We have Kim Kardashian and Kanye West when they were still together. Kim is wearing Balmain. It's this crazy like flight suit gown. I don't think it would have looked good even if she wasn't pregnant. I just think that it's like a travesty dress and it's not working. You know, like there's certain things that I feel like we could get away with and I can understand and appreciate, but this dress is just not one of them, and I wouldn't have liked it anyway. As for Kanye, very Yeezy core. He has the Yeezy boosts on. He has an athleisure look, but it's a knit sweater. It's very golden-esque age of Kanye. And again, it's all, nostalgia for the past. Next up, we have Kourtney Kardashian wearing, I actually don't know, but it's a jumpsuit. I don't love it as much, as I liked Haley Steinfeld's, but it's because the pant cut is different. Kourtney's isn't nearly as wide. So it does add a lot of space, I would say, in like the stomach to pelvic region. But it's not awful. Like, again, I remember when everybody's wearing jumpsuits, it was a thing. It was cool. It was flowy. It was young. Like, she doesn't look bad. It's just, you wouldn't wear it today, hopefully. Next up, we have Kylie Jenner, who is wearing Balmain as well. Olivier really took the Kardashians under his wing. I think the Balmain was really one of the first brands to open itself up in terms of the fashion world to the Kardashian Jenners. And I think that this dress is really, really great. To be honest, this braided, corded, beautiful cocktail style is actually quite wonderful. I just don't think it works on Kylie here because, again, like the spray tan of it all, it kind of blends in. And so the dress doesn't really pop at all on her. It's like beige on beige on beige. I think that any other color would have been great. But this, it's just a little too baked. It's a little baked. So the whole look is a little baked. So I'm good. Next up, we have Miley Cyrus. That is a crazy one. This is Atelier Versace. It's a lot, and it's a little Barbarella, it's a little kooky, she's a chandelier. Yeah, but no. But thank you, but never again. Next up, we have Nicki Minaj, who's wearing La Bourgeoisie as well. I don't know if I love this as much on Nicki as I like the concept on Britney. I do think that the sheer panels all actually do match the skin tone pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. I think, though, the issue, I guess, is the placement not of the gold bugle beads that go all along the straps and the bust area. I think it's the gold foliage embellishment that's sitting on the sort of cutout area, then goes right down the front. Because again, you never really look great if you're sort of having things move right down the front of the pelvis and then everything else on the sides of it doesn't really look the same. It's just kind of like a fashion landing strip, and you don't want that. I also think from a distance, I'm trying to like figure out what it is. Is it braiding? Is it a balayage for the region? I don't know. And so I think that's my issue with it. Had it been sheer and that gold bugle bead, I actually think it would have been really lovely and really gorgeous and really wonderful. It's just, we decided not to do that, and so don't love it as much. Next up, we have Rita Ora, who's wearing Vera Wang. And at this point, I really couldn't ask, like, Rita Ora, what are you doing here? Although years to come I would, because she's still putting out music that people listen to. It's not great, but it's not awful. Like, it could be worse. I think that the feather plume skirt is actually quite cool. And again, I think that bodice with the cutouts and the straps that are crossed like that, like, it's very of the time. I know I've said that 75 million times, but even the fabric choices, just, they're of the time. I'm not really, though, I would say the biggest fan of the combination of those two. I think maybe a little bit more feather work moving up. Next up, we have Selena Gomez. She's wearing Calvin Klein. I feel like it's a little Tom Ford sexy Gucci reference. It's like a knit dress with a leather sort of collar, bib, opening area, and I feel like that's why I'm thinking of Tom Ford Gucci. So it's probably like a 70s reference, and that's fine. I just don't love it. I don't think it really works for Selena. I think it's a little blasé. I don't really know if it worked for most people, and I think I've now seen her really like hone the fashion, and this kind of just goes back to emerging out of the Disney bubble, and so we're still finding ourselves. Thank you. Next up, we have Taylor Swift. Talk about life of a showgirl. Honey, she got sequins for days. She's actually wearing a Sheesh, which is a London-based brand, and I will say the crop top sweat pant capri almost is in fact one of the most crazy things she's ever worn ever. She looks great. Like, body is tea. But what I will say is it's still such a crazy choice. It feels very of the moment, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's the sweatpant that almost makes it weird. Like, had it been a skirt, I would have been like, oh, Taylor, okay, T. I think that the sweatpant with like the elastic end is so crazy. Like, she's always been just a little cucamonga bunga. Like, she's just done whatever she wants. I will say, I enjoy the houndstooth motif, and I actually really enjoy the silver, gold, and copper sort of play in it, in the sequins. I think that's fun, and I like that she matched the shoes, even though I hate the shoes. She's kitschy, but it's wild, and it makes no sense whatsoever. Although, to the Swifties, I'm sure it does make sense. I'm speaking from a non-Swiftie perspective. So with that, that is the end of this VMAs review. So let's talk about best and worst. Best, I'm gonna give it to tough question. I'm gonna put FKA Twigs in there. I'm going to put Britney Spears in there. I'm going to put, I think that's it. As for worst, I'm actually not putting Taylor Swift. Shocker, I know. I am putting Miley Cyrus and Natalia Versace. I'm gonna put Gigi Hadid. Is there anybody else? I'm gonna put Kim, because that dress is particularly horrific. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, go check the link in the description box below to sign up for Uber Eats and get that $15 off your first order with a minimum basket of $20. And I will see you guys in the next one, and TTY out.